Hi guys, it's Diana and this is a very random content that I'll be doing today. So, I just wanna somehow help out. Help out. I just wanna help out. Ay, parang give you tips. Wait lang, ayusin ko lang ang hair ko kasi. So, it's 3 a.m. in the morning. It's almost 4 a.m. in the morning and I'm here doing this random content because I don't want this to just, fly away from my mind. I don't want it to be like that. Parang I have a thought and then it flies away and then it never comes back. I think you do that too. You have that too. Anyway, so what are we gonna be talking about? So I'm just here. I'm just here because last time, siguro mga 2 weeks ago, we had a talk. I had a talk. Parang forum siya na parang webinar. And this was about parang depression. Pero this was on a Christian's perspective. And I know most of you aren't Christian. Some of you would disagree. And some of you would be mocking my beliefs, laughing at my back. But I don't care because I have a God that I want to serve. And that's just me. Anyway, I'm not gonna be sharing that yet. But soon. So just a warning, you'll be hearing a lot of Christian stuff from me in between this day. So, ngayon, I am doing my content plans, my monthly content plans, and I can't seem to concentrate because when I do, parang I have to, I don't know, it's just an excuse to do a lot of things in between. But I think this is my creative process na parang I cannot really process things. I cannot think of anything else. Wala akong creative juices when I don't do this random things na parang sometimes I have to type a lot, I have to write, I have to watch, I have to dance, I have to sing, I have to do I have to make a cover and these things. So parang that's what my creative process is. Anyway, I'm breaking out. Can you see it? Nakakainis talaga. Okay, anyway, again. So let's get back to my business. I really wanna share with you some practical tips on how to not really avoid but somehow ease in or lighten up your feelings during this pandemic because it's been long 7 months long. 7 long months. What's happening to me? My brain is somehow shutting down. It's sleeping na. Pero it's been still 7 long months. Okay, since the pandemic happened or since we encountered the pandemic here in the Philippines, and it's not getting better and it's just getting worse each day, and we know that. And even though there's mass recovery happening, we feel tricked. And I don't know, it's just tiring to think and so exhausting to just think about these things. And I know, just like me, you feel exhausted with everything that's happening and you get tired because you see the same environment, which is your home, which is not bad at all, but somehow it's very boring and it's tiring you. And I'm not the person who wants to go out a lot, but when they said you cannot go out because the pandemic happening, parang it shredded my world. Char. Pero parang, di ba, parang it's better to just have the freedom, the liberty to go out without the pandemic. Pero yun nga, so I just discussed kung ano yung mga reasons bakit ang hirap-hirap lumabas. Ay, ang hirap-hirap maging masaya. And yeah, every day there are stressors. You're working from home, you're doing online class, and it's not a joke. This time I'll be giving out 5 practical tips on how to somehow lighten up your emotions at home. So number 1, this is one of my favorite parang tips that I give out, is to find a designated area where you can work, which is separate from an area of where you can rest. So it doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be decorated, it doesn't have to be parang sobrang magarbo or really separate. But really, you just have to condition yourself that, oh, when I'm sitting here, it's time that I do my work. Okay? And then when you go out of that place, it's time that you rest and relax. So you just put up a designated work area where you can do your online class, or where you can study, or where you can work. Okay? Because, our bodies are conditioned, are easily conditioned. Yes, Pavlov. Okay, and di ko nasasabihin kasi nakalimutan ka na yung mga lesson earlier. Okay? Because you don't want your relaxing area, your area of, relaxation to be an area of workspace then. It would, an area of workspace, an area for work, diba? So it's gonna be really paradoxical for your body and ironic, and you won't know what to feel. You'll be stressed kapag nagre-relax ka because your body just doesn't feel right, na parang, oh, it's not the place where I can relax, and things like that. Okay, you get that? So that's number 1. Number 2 is to, kasi second take ko na to, nakalimutan ko yung sinabi ko kanina. Number 2 is to find your interest. Okay, find your interest and hobby this time, but not an outer hobby. Corny ko. Pero totoo nga. So, diba, ang dami this pandemic, naging baker, naging chef bigla, naging barista bigla, naging collector bigla. I'm so guilty. Anyway, diba, parang, if you find your interest kasi, you know what you would do, you know what you would aim for, and somehow it gives you a sense of purpose and a sense of hope, which is a symptom of depression, na parang hopelessness, and, just losing the, losing the urge to do things because they feel like they don't enjoy anything. Just anhedonia, if I'm not wrong. Let's search for it. Okay, mama ako, anhedonia. So, that's the inability to feel pressure. So, yeah. So, somehow finding your interest, it can be cheap naman. Your interest could be reading newspapers. Yeah, some people do that. Or it could be, coloring something, sewing. It could be brushing someone's hair. Anything that you have interest in. Yeah, wag lang yung mga magpapasama sa'yo. Okay? Just not vices. It's really not good for you, and somehow it just triggers your emotions more. But let's not talk about hormones because it's so hard to explain. Biochem is so hard. Biopsych is so hard as well. And yeah, so you get me. You get my point. Number 3 is to always strive for parang a harmonious relationship with the people inside your home, because your home is somehow the place where you stay most of the time. Wala nang pangalawang bahay ngayon because everything is done online. So our house is the main place that we stay in. For 7 months we've been here locked in. Sometimes I see my brother and I'm like, ikaw na naman? Char, lovey digs. Anyway, yun talaga yung nafe-feel ko, diba? So you have to develop harmonious relationship with the people right inside your own home. You strive for it because it would be hard, kasi nung talk namin may nagtanong na parang, what if the stressor or the main thing that triggers your depression is right inside your home? And it would somehow, ang hirap talaga makipag-deal if the main stressor is inside your home and if you cannot do anything about it because you're inside it. So you strive for it, you pray for it, for those who believe. And I believe talaga when you love something or you love truly, it's not hard for these things or these people to love you back. So I'm not saying na ganun lagi yung results, but always strive for it. So kahit isang tao lang na nakakasundo mo sa bahay, don't make it hard for him or her. number 4 is to ask help from people. Okay, the thing about people asking help, yeah, I know it's very hard to ask help. Sometimes kasi we're so parang invulnerable, or sometimes we think that we are a burden to other people. So I'm just gonna tell you this, but I'm not saying you're a burden, okay? But when you talk to someone, especially if this someone feels na you're very weighted, na parang you have something inside na very, very mabigat, talking to them is actually a relief more than a burden. So if you're thinking na nakaka-istorbo lang naman ako, think na hindi, because talking to this someone or opening up is actually one way of actually parang relieving the tension or yung worry that they feel or anxiety that they feel about you. And somehow, just asking for help is really something that you should opt to do. So it's not bad to ask help, really. Some people are very much willing to help you out. Some people are just waiting for you to ask them. Some people are waiting for your call because somehow they miss you. They want to feel your presence, and it's very relieving for them that you talk to them. So if you're hesitating of talking to someone because you feel like you are a burden, just not, okay? These people love you, so you go and open up to them. I'm not saying open your book to them, but you can vent out what you're feeling. When I talk to people, what I ask them is parang, do you want me to listen to you? Do you want to vent out? Do you want to rant? You want to tell me your problem? And I never ask why they are feeling that way, because at some point depression could be very tricky, and hindi natin malalaman kung ano yung triggering factor. At some point yung mga wala talaga na endogenous depression, if I'm not mistaken. But if I'm mistaken, correct me please. Pero yun nga, so this is a depression that we don't know the cause of. We have to dig deeper. We have to go through therapy sessions for us to know it. And yun, so it could be very tricky. So don't ask why if you're helping naman someone out. But yeah, really, you tell them what you want to do. You want to open up, you rant, you vent out, ganyan. That's number 4 na ba? 4. Number 5 is to, kalimutan ko yung 5. Oh my gosh, I forgot the 5. 5th one. Know that you have a purpose in this life. That's not the number 5 originally. Nakalimutan ko yung 5. Ayun, naalala ko na. One practical tip is to parang fix your sleeping pattern. Yeah, that's practical tip. You don't have to make gastos about it. Okay? So what I do, para ma-reset yung body clock ko, I have to stay up one day na parang hindi ako matutulog at all. The next day na ako matutulog for me to sleep early. And then the next day was gising ka ng maaga. Yay! Good idea. Anyway, so fix your sleeping pattern. And even though it's 4 a.m. now that I'm doing this, I'm gonna fix my sleeping pattern tomorrow because I'm just, working. Anyway, so ayun, kasi there's something about mornings, diba? When you wake up, there's something about mornings. It's just so peaceful. And parang, I can conquer this day. So, I have a girl group in church na parang nag-uusap kami. Waking up or going up out of your bed. Going out of your bed is somehow what makes or breaks your day. Because, if you start your day na parang nasa bed ka lang, you'll get tamad all day na. Pero when you wake up, parang with the thinking na today I'll be productive, it actually defines your day and you get to be productive. Sometimes it's a matter of thinking talaga. Everything is psychology. You have to trick your brain. You have to outsmart your brain, and that's so hard to do because our brain is so much smarter than we are. And what are we without our brains? Anyway, yun nga. So, you fix your sleeping pattern, girl. Okay? fix it. Because, sometimes, parang somehow, nakakahinayang na you just let a day pass na natutulog ka the whole day. It's okay. Okay, take your time. It's okay. I'm not pressuring you to be productive. I'm just saying there's something about being productive that keeps our health, our bodies active. Somehow, this activity in our body would boost our hormones and somehow help us feel joy, because our depression is really linked to hormones, theoretically. Okay, we don't know what the cause of depression is yet, and no one really knows, but somehow they know it. Okay, pero yeah, being productive really adds something to the emotions that we feel. Diba? There's a sense of fulfillment in waking up early with no apparent reason, na parang hindi ka lang napilitan, ganyan. You just wanna wake up and have a cup of coffee and eat your breakfast or prepare breakfast for the whole family. Yeah, that's it. That's probably it. Those are 5 practical tips that you can apply to yourself. But if you don't want to do it, it's okay. I'm not an expert talaga. I just graduated BS Psych, but I haven't graduated in majoring psychology, or hindi ako, in mastering psychology, and hindi pa ako psychiatrist. Pero I pray somehow at some point in time. Pero ayun, so I hope you learned something from me, and know that there is a light at the end of this tunnel. In this pandemic, this is just temporary. Okay? So there's an end to it. And your responsibility, you have a purpose, you have a sense of purpose in this life. The world is so much better with you in it, and you can conquer a lot of battles. Don't be afraid to ask help. There are people very much willing to help you, and just like me, I'm very much willing to help you out. So I'll be praying for you if you need prayers. If you believe in that, you believe in the power of God through prayers, I will be praying for you. And I just want to let you know that you have a sense of purpose. Again, the world is so much better with you in it. That's Diana, that's me, and thank you for having gone through my video. I hope you enjoyed and you learned from me, and that's it. Bye!